Global Brew Tap House in Schaumburg. Trust the profits. And we're going to be talking Derby. Delicious Bourbon County Stout I am sipping here as I'm getting ready to talk to you about the Kentucky Derby upcoming as we know it. December 6th. We're dipping our toes in December, talking some Kentucky Derby. This is episode 5. What do we got on our slate here? 149 days until the Kentucky Derby. Little less than half a year. How about that? Yeah, we're getting closer. We are getting very close to some of the major Derby prep races. We just had the Derby prep race recently, the Remsen and Aqueduct. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit here. Derby power rankings. I've got my updated power rankings for you. We'll be going through the Remsen as I mentioned, plus talking about what happened in Del Mar and a couple upcoming races that could have some Derby prep consequences. We've got Oaklawn opening up, and they've got some major maiden special weight races coming up that yeah, we could be seeing some Derby competitors coming out of those races, and as well as Aqueduct, Del Mar closing up, Churchill closing up. So we are shifting our focus now to Aqueduct, Oak Lawn, Gulfstream, Fairgrounds. We are starting to feel like it's the Derby season, and we are starting to feel like horse racing and giraffes together are going to work. That's what my AI image says. Take a look at it. It makes total sense. Who's the jockey there? Jose Ortiz? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My power rankings. Top two, Pletcher horses. Not a big change there. Fierceness, still got fierceness on top. Probably going to be that way until at least mid January, and most likely after that, unless we have some. Yeah, I'm not even going to jinx it. I'm just going to say that we're expecting that to be intact for a little bit. We also got Nash underneath. Muth rolls off the tongue so eloquently, I guess. Nisos, Knightsbridge, the Wine Stewart, Liberal Arts, and here we go. We got a 1-2 finish here. Dornach and Sierra Leone knocking out Prince of Monaco and Honor Marie. Yeah, I'm going to put those two up there because I thought the Remsen finish was impressive. It was reminiscent of Mo Donegal and Zandon going out there after it. In fact, let's move on to Dornach, Sierra Leone, the Remsen, and let's take a look at that stretch run.
And here comes the big bounding strides of Sierra Leone from the back of the field. Up top, it's the top of the stretch, and it's Dornach who's kicked. Dornach is now opening up that margin. It's Dornach who's up by 3-4 wide, just ducked in there. Sierra Leone is rolling. Here comes the big bounding strides of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone from last to first. This is a big effort. Battling on is Dornach, who's back to second. Sierra Leone is lugging in. Dornach is coming back. Dornach not done. It's going to be a photo, and I think
Dornach by a nose there. Good magic horse. And obviously Sierra Leone, not even in the picture. You heard the call there, exiting the stretch, calling out Sierra Leone, starting to make a move there, and then just coming over the top, looking like he was about to complete it. Came up by a nose, Dornach did. But hats off to Sierra Leone. Deep closers. You want a deep closer? You got Sierra Leone now. That was an exciting finish there at Aqueduct. A really strong Remsen this year. And taking a look at so River Ridge, 1973, ran a 147. Final time there between the two of them was a 150. Not too bad. 3 seconds off. We're talking about 9 furlongs. It's a long race to be running this early. But that's what I like about the Remsen is they start to get into those into 9 furlongs. They're not messing around with a mile. 8.5 furlongs. They're going a little bit further than that. I do like that. We haven't seen a lot come out of the Remsen since like Modonigal, Zandon. Before that, it was pretty weak. But um, I'm going to throw it out there. Dornach, 2 wins, two second place finishes in 4 races. Sierra Leone, Brocas Maiden, came out into this, put up a really strong fight. I think these are two horses that are worthy of being on an early top 10 as I have them right now. I'm very happy to put them up there. The next horse out there, drum roll please, was 4 lengths off. So Yeah, let's start putting those guys on the board right now. Moving on, we had a maiden special weight race in Del Mar, going 1 mile, $61,000 purse. Had some Bob Baffert horses in this race, but the winner, Better Than Gold, coming from Gary Mandela, winning by a neck there over Imagination, who I thought was going to break his maiden this time around. Imagination was the horse that I had pegged to win this one. Flavian Platt, a lot of other people had him pegged. 0.3 to 1 odds on Imagination. That horse is going to break his maiden soon. Is he a Derby contender based on the fact that it's taken him a couple times to break his maiden? I'm expecting not, as he's a late bloomer. But we're talking about Baffert here. Baffert usually has these horses storming out of the gates. You get the 1 and the 1A, and he can rule the world with those two horses. I'm guessing Imagination is not that. We have a couple Baffert horses in my top 10, right? We've got Muth, we got Nisos, we got a whole bunch of other horses that are just on the brink. Prince of Monaco, Pilot Commander. I mean, he's got a full barn here, so maybe Imagination isn't the one. Tapalo, a Tappet horse, coming from John Sadler. Uh, Getting fairly close there. I mean, the 1, 2, 3 count from here, finishing by a neck and a head. Uh, I don't have the finish on video here to show you, but those three horses neck and neck there. They may as well have broken their maidens there, all three of them. But Better Than Gold was the one that did it. So there you have it, Better Than Gold. So yeah, those three horses likely going to be seen in the West Coast Derby prep races. And moving on, we don't have any major stakes races for 2 year olds coming up this weekend. Um, Nothing that I thought had any sort of Derby implications. But Oaklawn Park opening up, their Saturday slate is huge. Deep fields. Take a look at that slate. I have not handicapped it yet. I've not put it through my data model yet, but I have taken a look at it before we got any of the numbers in, before we got any of the odds in, positioning. There's two races I want to talk through here. Race 4. First horse I'll talk through here is Run Jalen Run by Run Happy. This will be his fourth attempt. He's finished in the money in all three previous attempts. Came within a neck of winning last time out, and definitely looks like a closer here. Distance going to be suiting him in this race. After that, I've got Geno Smith. First time out for Geno Smith, an Uncle Mo horse, laid back, started to advance at the end. So a horse like that, you're hoping second time out, gets a better start, puts himself in a better position, makes that move a little bit earlier. Possibly you see something out of Geno Smith here. And then, I mean, I see Brad Cox on here. It's hard not to take a point at him, right? Circe, Good Magic. I mean, Good Magic's been putting out some pretty amazing horses lately. Third attempt here. Struggled previously. Reporting now is a gelding. Is that going to make a difference? I've got Circe as my 3 here, but got to make a note for Brad Cox anytime he's got a horse entered in a race. Race 8. I mean, there's 3 maiden special weight races, 4 males. I've got 2 of them called out here. These were my 2 favorites at the top. We gotta call him out. And I'm going back to Brad Cox here, but this horse I'm putting at my very top. If he doesn't break his maiden now, I mean this feels like a sure thing to me. Orange Diablo, coming from Union Rags. This is his third attempt in the money both previous times. Half a length off the win the first time out. In the last time out, in his first attempt, finished first, was DQ'd. A little bit of bumping and grinding going on. Rubbing is racing, as they say in NASCAR. Looked like he had the win. In his mind, he probably still had the win, but he got DQ'd there. I'm thinking Orange Diablo. This could be the one for him. After that, I'm going to go with a firster here. Imperial Gun. Gun runner, Steve Asmussen. This is a firster with some solid workouts in the gun runner lineage. Always looks good. Don't want to put him as my first because, like I said, this is a pretty deep field. Not ready to call a firster to win in this one just yet, but maybe to hit the board. After that, I'm going to go deep here. I don't think this horse is going to get good odds. Golden Plate, a Tappet horse. Tappet, great pedigree there, right? Definitely a horse that is going to be strong. The deeper the field, the longer the distance is, the better it's going to work out for a Tappet horse. Um, Tossing his head in previous 2 races, definitely didn't look comfortable. So hoping he gets a better ride out here. Probably going to get a price. If things turn around, if McPeak figures out this horse, if the jockey figures out this horse, Golden Plate got the pedigree. Could see something fun and lucrative here from Golden Plate. Finally, Aqueduct. Only a handful of horses in this one. Speedrunner looks pretty darn good. Guess what? Gunrunner Todd Pletcher. Third to Bilal, first time out at Belmont. Malarchuk from Nyquist, a Chad Brown horse. Distant second to Moonlight. A distant second to Moonlight. First time out. Lost by probably 8 lengths in that one, but Moonlight came out like a rocket. Stalked the pace, faded. And then Gum Island, which is a horse that I talked about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, from Good Magic, Wilmot horse. Fourth place last time out. Third time's a charm. And what else we got here? Oh, yeah, my favorite picture of all. So, yeah, when I added in giraffes racing horses with jockeys, all of a sudden you got this crazy, wacky mutation of giraffe jockeys on two horses and a real giraffe racing behind. AI images are the best. Anyway, enough of that. Don't look too long at it. It's going to disturb you. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys have? Derby preps coming up soon. I feel it coming. There's going to be Christmas first, and then we're going to start getting into the season. In the meantime, we're looking at the horses that are going to be breaking their maiden, getting in those maiden special weight races. It's going to be a fun year. Let me know what you think in the comments, and peace out.